My name is Matt Schaup.
And I'm Emily Schaup.
And we are the owners of M&E Painting. We offer interior and exterior residential house painting services. We also do deck and fence staining. We started M&E 4 years ago. The last couple of years we've been growing quite a bit, been getting a lot of customer referrals, so decided to have Emily come in and she'll tell you a little bit about what she does.
I'm the office manager. I'm the one who is behind the scenes. I keep it running from the background. I run payroll, I will answer the phone, set up estimates, answer any questions I can, and I get to do all the fun paperwork side of everything.
Usually when a customer calls in interested in painting, they'll contact Emily first, and what she'll do is explain the estimating process and set a time up for either myself to come out to do the estimate. We also have another estimator that helps us when we get real busy, and that's basically the first step, is coming out and having us give you a very detailed estimate.
We had been looking, we were getting estimates at the time. He shows up at my house and he's talking to us, and I said to my husband, we're going to go with this young kid. He's like, why? I said, because he reminded me of you when you started your business. You know, and we gave Matt the job, and we were thrilled with him.
I found M&E Painting through a friend down the street. I had interviewed some people, and I was just visiting with his friend, and he said, have you tried M&E Painting? And I called him, and I met Matt.
I work at the group real estate company, and it was actually on our recommended list, and I called Matt, and he came out and gave me a bid.
Just used the phone book, and I just kind of randomly picked 3 painters.
I got a little coupon in the mail, so we were looking because all the other neighbors in our neighborhood were starting to paint. We knew that it was time, so they were the first ones that we picked up on.
We'd seen them around but hadn't paid attention because we weren't ready to paint yet, and as soon as we were, we just happened to see a couple of signs around and needed to call for quotes.
When we come out to do an estimate, I like to spend a lot of time initially with my customers to find out exactly what they're looking for. Each house is a little bit different, whether it's an inside or an outside painting job, and every customer has different goals and different needs, so I really like to spend a good 20-30 minutes or as long as it takes to find out what their goals are with the project from a time frame, quality standpoint. Color consulting is another thing that I do, also our other estimator does. After that step, I go ahead and take my measurements and put a very detailed bid together, listing what we're going to do, what we're not going to do, and then the cost involved in that as well.
He had a book, and he said, here, look at this book while I made the measurements and make the estimate.
He had paint, colors, chips, and told me their process, how many people would be coming, things like that.
He had a lot of recommendations in his portfolio, and I actually knew some of the people, and I followed up on him, and he was telling me the truth. I like truth.
He told his history, where he came from, how he happened to do this.
He had everything all in order, the license, the insurance, everything. You didn't have to ask him for anything, it was all there. So I was impressed with that.
They gave us the estimate. We liked the estimate, so we said, let's go with it. It was that simple.
One of the important things that we do is our first initial contact will be the estimate. There's 2 parts to this business, obviously, the company and us telling you what we're going to do, and then being there to be sure that you get that service. And after the estimate, either myself, the crew leader, or the particular estimator that was at your home will be there to make sure that everything and everybody is on the same page, and that you're getting the job that you asked for, and that everything is specific down to the last drop of paint on the house. I would just encourage everybody that's receiving an estimate, whether you're receiving an estimate from us and other contractors, is to really evaluate the apples to apples and make sure that you're getting the same thing.
One guy came by and looked it over and said that he'd have his boss send me a bid, which never did happen, so I figured, well, they didn't want to paint it.
Everybody else kind of came in their painting clothes and didn't really talk to us. They didn't even sit down. It was just a quick quote, and we got our carbon copy. And there were some good people, great people. And I just was most impressed, I guess, from Matt for us. Personalities fit, and the work he did fit for us. I liked the fact that there was a warranty on the paint and on the work.
It wasn't just guys coming in here and painting. It was a lot of different things. Patching holes and coming in and painting and spending good quality time and doing a really good job for us.
After sitting back down with Matt, he approached us again and kind of explained his quote and why, which was because of the house color we chose. In order to get the quality, we were going to need 2 coats. And he was right.
We were interested in price too, but we were interested more in quality. And the price happened to be within the confines that we had thought we would pay, and so we were very happy with that.
He came back with the estimate, and like I say, it was in the ballpark. And we went with M&E.
We value our customers greatly. They mean a lot to us. We like to take good care of them and get their feedback.
We've always done our own painting, and I kept saying, are you sure there's something I can't do for you guys? And they go, leave it to us. It's okay.
They just knew what they were going to do, and they came in and did it.
They were extremely prompt. I was floored. They said they'd be here at 8 o'clock, and they were like here at 8 o'clock and 30 seconds.
They moved all the furniture out of the way and covered it, and no paint on any of the furniture or anything.
I trusted them. I trusted them. And that to me was important.
We gave them a key to our house, and we left town and said we'd be back in 3 days. And we came back, everything was done, and the house was locked up, and the key was on the table here.
The painter was constantly asking, can we do this, can we do that, making sure we actually like what he's doing. There was a line that he had to cut in from a ceiling to a wall, and he made sure that was done correctly and to our expectations, and we really appreciated that.
We've had a lot of contractors over the years doing all different things, from putting in hot water heaters and furnaces and roofs and everything, and I've never had a more pleasant experience than with Matt and M&E and their crew.
And they were so nice, and at the end of the day, they'd always clean up after themselves, and they ate my cookies in the middle of the morning, and I almost felt like they were my boys, and I was really sad when it was time to say goodbye.
Well, we had our daughter's graduation party like a week after the house painting, so everyone loved it. They thought it was just great. They thought the color combination was wonderful.
I thought it was a nice home before, but I love it now. It's a beautiful home to me. And it looks a little northeast, like the Northeast a little bit, and I like how they did the vents close to the rooftop. They did them so classy. I mean, it just isn't like everybody else's in the neighborhood.
I've recommended M&E to quite a few people. I work at the group real estate with people all the time that are looking for houses, and that always comes up, and I always give him Matt's card because I know that I can give his name out, and he takes care of people.
And I tell you, everybody in my neighborhood close by has said, we need that number of M&E painting. They're great, and we sure thought so.
I really love that I can go out in the community, and usually we go out to eat or just going somewhere to an appointment or a meeting, and I'll always see one of my customers, and it's great. Emily's in the office, so she hears a lot of voices, sees a lot of names, but it's really great for us to just be able to meet our customers and spend some time with them out in the community and to get to know them a little bit more.